They're labeled as organic, all-natural, guilt-free, and clean. You toss them in your cart thinking you're making a smart choice, fueling your body, not poisoning it. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of the so-called healthy snack brands you trust are anything but. Behind the earthy packaging, recycled fonts, and wellness buzzwords lies a world of sugar bombs, chemical fillers, and misleading claims. You're paying premium prices for what amounts to glorified junk food dressed up in yoga pants. Don't fall for the branding illusion. These are the 7 healthy snack brands you should seriously think twice about. First, Nature Valley. Nature Valley has long positioned itself as the go-to snack for hikers, travelers, and busy professionals. The green and gold wrapper screams natural, and their ads show golden granola bars crumbling in slow motion on mountain trails. But read the ingredient list, and you'll find a different picture. Many of their granola bars are loaded with sugar, some packing as much as 11 grams per bar, which is nearly 3 teaspoons. They also use corn syrup, highly processed vegetable oils like canola and soybean, and artificial flavorings. That classic crunch? It's not just oats and honey, it's a mix of refined carbs and industrial binders. Even the protein-packed versions marketed toward fitness enthusiasts often contain soy protein isolate, a highly processed ingredient stripped from the whole bean and chemically altered. Not to mention the bars are notorious for their crumbly texture, not from freshness but from their dry, additive-heavy composition. Nature Valley isn't nature, it's a candy bar in disguise. Second, Kind Snacks. Kind built its empire on transparency, literally. The bars are sold in clear packaging so you can see the whole nuts and seeds inside. The brand markets itself as wholesome, non-GMO, and low sugar, but that doesn't mean it's truly healthy. Many of their bars contain added glucose syrup, palm kernel oil, and chicory root fiber, a substance that can cause digestive distress in many people when consumed in high quantities. Some of their fruit-based bars contain up to 17 grams of sugar per serving, most of it from fruit concentrates, which spike blood sugar just as fast as refined sugar. Kind has even faced scrutiny from the FDA in the past for misusing the term healthy. Although they've since updated their labeling, many consumers still believe that eating multiple bars a day is somehow clean snacking. It's not. You're eating dessert marketed as moderation. Kind wants to look transparent, but it's hiding in plain sight. Third, Veggie Straws. Brightly colored, oddly addictive, and proudly labeled as made with vegetables, Veggie Straws are a favorite in lunchboxes and office snack drawers. But don't be fooled, these snacks have more in common with potato chips than any real vegetable. The so-called veggie content is minimal, often just powdered forms of spinach or tomato added for coloring. The main ingredients are potato starch and potato flour, deep-fried in oils, and seasoned with salt and flavoring agents. One serving contains as much fat and sodium as a small handful of traditional chips. They market themselves as 30% less fat, but they forget to mention that what's left is just empty starch and artificial color. There's almost no fiber, no protein, and certainly no vitamins to justify the veggie branding. In short, they're crunchy, salty, and addictive, but they're junk food wearing a health halo. Quarta Larabar. Larabar prides itself on simplicity. Just 2 to 9 ingredients, the wrapper says, with names you can pronounce: dates, almonds, cashews, and dried fruit. It's true that these bars are cleaner than most in terms of artificial ingredients. But there's a hidden downside. Almost every Larabar is date-based, and dates are nature's candy. A single bar can have up to 23 grams of natural sugar, far more than a candy bar of the same size. Yes, it's natural sugar. No, that doesn't mean your blood sugar cares. Whether from dates or corn syrup, sugar still causes insulin spikes and crashes. These bars are dense in calories and often leave you feeling hungry again within an hour. And because the fat comes from nuts, a quick snack can turn into a 220-calorie bomb without you realizing it. For athletes mid-hike? Sure. For someone sitting at a desk thinking it's a light bite? It's a sugar trap. Minimal ingredients don't mean minimal impact. 5. SkinnyPop. SkinnyPop popcorn is marketed as the better, lighter alternative to microwave popcorn or buttery movie theater bag. It boasts just 3 ingredients: popcorn, sunflower oil, and salt, and no artificial additives. On the surface, that sounds great, but there are two major problems. First, portion size. One serving is often just 3 cups, but the small bags are usually 5 to 6 cups in total. That means most people unknowingly double their intake. You think you're eating 100 calories? It's closer to 200, and because it's marketed as guilt-free, people eat twice as much without blinking. Second, sunflower oil. It's a highly inflammatory omega-6 oil, often extracted using heat and chemicals. Consuming it regularly, especially in snack form, adds to the imbalance of healthy fats in your diet. SkinnyPop might not be bad by junk food standards, but it's not healthy enough to be eaten daily. It's skinny in name, but bloated with misleading comfort. 6. Clif Bars. Clif Bars have become a staple for gym-goers, hikers, and anyone who wants a quick energy hit. The brand screams performance fuel, but unless you're scaling mountains or running marathons, you probably don't need the amount of sugar and calories packed into one. One Clif Bar can contain 40 to 45 grams of carbohydrates and up to 20 grams of sugar, some of it from organic brown rice syrup, which is still just a sweetener. If you're sitting at a desk or casually walking around, that energy turns to fat. On top of that, many Clif Bars contain soy protein isolate and palm kernel oil, 2 ingredients linked to gut issues and unsustainable farming practices. The bars are dense, chewy, and often tough to digest for people with sensitive stomachs. In essence, it's not a snack, it's a meal replacement disguised as a granola bar. Unless you're burning serious fuel, you're just loading your body with sugar it doesn't need. RXBAR. RXBARs proudly list their ingredients right on the front. 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates. It feels honest, transparent, and simple, but the simplicity hides some surprising downsides. First, just like Larabars, RXBARs rely heavily on dates. That means even without added sugars, you're still looking at 16 to 20 grams of sugar per bar. The bar may be clean, but it's still a blood sugar spike wrapped in minimalist branding. Second, the egg white protein used in RX bars can cause bloating or digestive discomfort in some people, especially when eaten quickly without other food. And the bars themselves are dense and sticky, tough on the jaw and even tougher on sensitive stomachs. The branding is brilliant, but the bar isn't magic. Eating 2 in a row, as many people do, can equal the sugar content of a soda. And just because it says no BS doesn't mean it's the best thing for your body. Final note, when it comes to healthy snacking, the game has changed. Brands no longer rely on outright lies. They rely on carefully curated marketing, legal gray zones, and half-truths designed to make you feel like you're making a smart choice. But packaging isn't protection. Ingredients matter, and if you're not reading the fine print, you're likely falling for the trap. Many of these brands started with good intentions. Some still offer better options than traditional junk food. But just because something is better than a candy bar doesn't mean it's actually good for you. Sugar is sugar, oil is oil, and a calorie bomb, no matter how natural, is still a calorie bomb. Healthy eating isn't about buzzwords or branding, it's about real ingredients, balanced macros, and honest sourcing. So next time you reach for that guilt-free bar or yoga-friendly snack, ask yourself, am I really making a healthy choice, or am I just being sold one? Choose wisely. The label isn't always your friend.